Welcome to the show. This is where anything could happen. A real play experience where we pit players against problems that have no simple solution and no simple answer. Basically, we're providing incomplete information. We're basically putting people up against the clock and we see what happens. I'm Oscar. I'm your host and the narrator of this particular experience, and it's my job to make sure that I can set things up and keep knocking people off track, as we shall see. In this first episode, we are going to find ourselves in deep space in the far, far future, in an era of faster than light travel, at the edge of the territory of the future civilization, the United Federal Republic. We joined the remaining bridge crew of the deep space vessel, the DSV Sheffield, which has been on a routine patrol. Unfortunately, it encountered something it never expected. The corner edge of the Orion-Spur of the Milky Way, the ship has encountered an alien species, an alien organization, civilization, known as the Malanki. And the Malanki are an aggressive bunch, as we will learn. There were 3 smaller vessels of the Malanki, and they've been in intense combat. But that's not where we come in. We come in after, when the DSV Sheffield has survived. It has offset the others and has managed to defeat them. But it's a pyrrhic victory. And we are at the point where all of the remaining crew have been evacuated in their life pods. The only crew that remain are the bridge crew. And there are 114 inexperienced ratings that are now spread out, intending to land on the nearby habitable world. But unfortunately, in an obscure quirk of fate, all of the senior officers have been lost, except the bridge crew, which is where we find ourselves. And we join ourselves on the bridge of the DSV Sheffield, and we have our captain Lucy. Lucy, tell us about the captain of the DSV Sheffield, if you like.
I am the captain, and I'm all about my duty. As a captain, I'll do whatever it takes to get us as safely as we can to the world.
Absolutely. Okay, so thank you very much. And next up, we have the next senior member of the bridge crew. This is our medical officer, chief medical officer, who is being played by Colin. Colin, can you introduce our chief medical officer, please?
Hi, I'm playing the chief medical officer. I'm a grizzled veteran, and I've faced many disasters in my career. Chief medical officer, a competent medical crew that have all been evacuated so far, and it's just the last of us on the ship, and I'm here to support my fellow crew and my captain in getting us off this ship and on to whatever planet can sustain us until we're rescued.
In addition to the captain and the medical officer, we also have one of the remaining security officers, played by Tanya. Tanya, tell us about the security officer.
I am Mara Kane, the junior security officer, the only security officer left on the ship. I was brought up in a spacefaring culture. My family were all security officers, which instilled, a deep sense of duty and honour, and I will do all I can to bring these Malarkeys to justice.
Thank you very much. And with the Malarkey in context, that reminds us we have another person on the bridge. But this is not a member of the crew. This is our prisoner, a Malanki officer. Karim, you're playing the Malanki officer. Tell us a little bit about the prisoner.
I'm playing Grelard, prisoner, member of the crew of the Malachi. Can't cope with these other species not knowing how to pronounce our words. Trying to figure out how to survive this latest encounter with a strange species who don't like water so much. We are an amphibious race who have managed to survive out of water a bit more.
Excellent. Well, in that case, I think we have introduced ourselves to the remaining crew. We have to just identify a couple of other things. For example, in that destruction, as I mentioned, there has been a bunch of problems. The ship is at having some problems with structural integrity, and there are 4 remaining life pods, but 2 of those life pods were slightly damaged in the encounter. So we will see what happens with that. And of course, anything could happen. Let us get started, as I say, as the computer whistles out its warning. Warning, security integrity failing. Estimated 20 minutes before catastrophic collapse. Captain, what would you like to do?
Team, this is a very hard time. We have to make hard decisions. We have only 2 pods left that we know for a fact are safe to use. 2 other pods are damaged. Is there any way that we think we could maybe repair one? Because we can only fit 1 person in each pod.
Well, I'm a doctor, not a life pod repairman, but so unfortunately I don't think any of us have any engineering abilities or skills.
I beg to differ. I believe the prisoner has potentially got engineering skills, and we should force him into trying to see if he can mend the ships.
Well,
Can you look at this, given that obviously if you don't help us, we're all in this together, we can all die in 20 minutes.
this is very interesting, as this ship is not a technology I am familiar with, so I cannot quite provide any assistance in this matter. I could have a look. I don't know what it. Yes, actually, I will have a look. I will see if there's anything I can provide that it might be of assistance.
Given
I will
your
take
aquatic
the,
species. Oh, go for it.
I volunteer to take the prisoner down to the emergency area. I have him handcuffed right here, so I feel like it would be safe for us to go alone.
Absolutely, you're the best person to keep an eye on him.
The escape pods are attached to the bridge area, so you don't have to go very far. But yeah, sorry, Captain, you were just saying.
No, I was saying, please do keep an eye on him. You're absolutely the best element to do that. Thank you very much. I think we should...
So the security officer and our Malanki will head towards the pods and the 2 damaged ones, and you're a little stumped because as an aquatic species, you're not used to systems that use electricity in the same way. You're more used to sort of hydraulic style techniques, and it's a little bit confusing. But you will spend time thinking about it. In the meantime,
I'm taking detailed notes.
Taking detailed notes, indeed.
Captain, what are your thoughts? If we are only having 2 pods, obviously you have to take one. Who else are you going to put in the other one?
I was going to say, I'm happy to, as the captain, I feel like I should be the last one to leave. Because it is my responsibility after all, and I do think that you, medical officer and the security officer, should have priority on the pods.
I mean, you have a responsibility to the ship, yes, but you do also have a responsibility to the crew. The crew's far from safe where they currently are. They've gone from a crumbling ship to an unknown planet on the far edges of the known territories. We don't know how long it's going to take for someone to come and rescue us. I think you still have a responsibility to the crew.
Okay. This is hard. Are you saying that if I don't go, you don't go either?
Yes, definitely. I don't. I think if there's two pods. I think that you need the people on the ground will need leadership, and I think you're person to lead them. I don't think that's my responsibility or my speciality. I can lead a medical team, but down there you won't need somebody to make sure the surgical bays are stocked. You'll need somebody who can help coordinate people to survive. You've got plenty of medical staff down there.
Okay. Security officer, I don't feel comfortable not having your opinion on this matter. What say you?
As the last remaining security officer, I believe it is my duty to bring the prisoner to justice, and I cannot leave the prisoner alone with yourself or anybody else that is left from the bridge. The situation is it hot in here? Or is it me? The situation is really desperate, but I don't believe I can leave the prisoner alone with anybody.
I see.
Warning. Structure integrity failing. Estimated 15 minutes before catastrophic collapse.
Team, I hate to say this, I do not say it with a lot of joy, but I think that if we can't fix more than the current 2 pods that we have, pragmatically it is a better option for myself and the medical officer to use the existing pods. But I want to do everything that's in my power to at least secure an extra pod. Where are we at in terms of looking at the damaged pods?
From what I could gather from what the prisoner was saying, I don't really speak Malanki, Malanki, whatever he says. He says he's unable to fix the pod. I don't believe him. I with your agreement, Captain, I say we press him further.
Yes, absolutely.
Now listen here, you Malanki shit. The situation is desperate. We need help. What do you know about spacecrafts like this?
To be honest, very little, because this is not a Malanki spacecraft. I am trying to my best to understand how this works. Ah, that hurts.
And there'll be more of that if you don't fess up.
I'm working with this. Is this supposed to be loose? It's shoddy workmanship. I do not know. That's terrible. Who put
You
this
get a
here?
sharp electric shock.
Ah!
You get a sharp electric shock as you think.
Security officer, perhaps don't press him as much. To be fair, we have to work all together at this point in time. And he's our only hope to have more than 2 pods. Do you understand this, officer? Malanki officer I was talking to.
Yes, sorry. Yes, Captain. You attacked us, by the way, not me. I attacked you. It's terrible. That affairs. And you're planning to abandon me here in deep space on my own. That's a terrible thing.
We did not attack you. You attacked us unprompted. How can you say that we attacked you?
No, that is not what we know.
What? What are you saying?
You attacked us. It was very, very clear. We were sending out all our signals of, hey, we fine, you come and have a cup of tea. But no, open up all weapons. Bang, bang, bang. And here I am.
We could always kill him, Captain.
I don't want to kill him if there's a chance that we can all land safely on the nearby world and scath all 4 of us.
Captain, I think that sometimes you have to take the reality of the situation. I don't think in the next 15 minutes we're going to be able to fix another pod. I think that you're just going to have to make a decision. 2 of us are going to have to go, and then maybe if the prisoner can fix the other 2 pods, but I think you need to get down to the ground to lead the crew.
Yes.
Chief Medical Officer, do you happen to have a big plaster? I think I gave the prisoner a bit of a boo-boo.
We have a dermal sealant. I think it'll work on his physiology.
I'll take that. Thanks.
You're carbon-based, aren't you? Aquatic but carbon-based.
I believe so.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna dermal sealant. Hand it off to you. Yeah.
I'll administer it. You just tell me how to do it.
Just hold it over the contusion and spray.
Hey, Malanki officer, what's your name again?
Relax.
Galar.
Relax.
Grelar. Do you understand that we have to work all together if we want to
Yeah.
have a chance to all get off this?
Doing my best.
I have the impression that perhaps if you tell the truth, there was a misunderstanding, because we very much felt the ones that were being attacked. So, is there anything we can do to help you understand how to fix this pod?
Well, I'm trying to understand a completely different technology level, so it's a very hard thing to do. I don't know. Do any of you know any of your technology? This is very...
No, your people have killed all the engineers that were the ones that actually had that knowledge.
I think that's rather personal. Combat happens. People die.
There is a surging. There is a power surging on the control panels, and then the 2 damaged life pods explode in a shower of sparks.
Bother.
I'm gonna check the security officer and the prisoner for run over to them as they were near it when they explode, and just check them over, make sure that they're medically okay. They weren't injured in the explosion.
I wondered what that was doing.
Does that hurt? Does
They
this
weren't
hurt?
particularly injured in. You weren't particularly injured in the explosion, but the security officer looks a little bit more injured than they may be telling.
Look in your eyes.
I'm fine, honestly. We need to make sure the prisoner is can stand up in court.
Lieutenant, please sit down and stop moving around. I'm conducting a medical exam. What seems to be the issue?
Honestly. I've just got a bit of concussion, maybe. Fine, honestly. He is priority.
Some examinations. What seem to be the symptoms?
Just a headache, maybe? Honestly, a bit of water and I'll be right as rain.
Wait! There was a message that was sent out. Can I have an info?
You look at the controls and you realise that the message that seemed to go out just before the explosion translates into alien vessel salvage.
Alien vessel salvage? So, the Malanki vessel is intact? We could perhaps go to it?
All you know is your ship has just blurted out 3 words, which, when translated from a neutral language, a lingua franca, translates to alien vessel salvage.
Okay.
I grab the prisoner. What does this mean?
Well, perfectly sensible. If the ship's going to go into pieces, it seems perfectly sensible for us to capture what's left of it if we all die anyway and get some use out of it. It's perfectly logical.
Listen, is there a... I don't know, I'm not security, but look, it looks like you are a lot more injured than you say you are.
I don't know what gave that impression. I'm fine. Look, I can stand on one leg. Hold my breath. I'm good.
Security officer, do you have a weapon with you?
I do, yes, Captain.
Okay. Do you think you're in shape to actually investigate the other vessel? Because I feel like at this stage, and this is just because the situation is so critical, I think the medical officer and myself should aim to take the pod, but you should inspect the vessel that is still attached to us since the attack.
Would you like me to take the prisoner with me?
Yes.
Shall do that. Yes, Captain.
In fact, sorry, second thought. I thought we still have about 10 minutes. How about we come with you, and if things get too dire...
Security integrity failing. Estimated 5 minutes before catastrophic collapse.
Captain, I think that you need to go down to the surface. I think you make a decision on who else is going down, and whoever's left will need to, I don't know, maybe do something with this ship.
I
to make
might
sure
have
that
something
Do
of
you?
import.
Okay, tell us. Quickly.
I have plans, or knowledge of the plans for the invasion. That might be useful to some people.
thought you just said that there was a misunderstanding. Now you're saying there's an invasion.
Well, come see, come sa, as you say in that strange place south of on your planet, where they eat a lot of garlic.
Transylvania?
That racist motherfucker. I don't think we can trust him. Security officer, do you agree?
I agree. But now we know we can't kill him. So do you still want me to take him to the
Yes.
exit vessel? And we'll do. Come on, let's go.
I trust you, security officer. Is there anything you want us to say if we do make it?
Warning: structural integrity failure.
Oh, so you're leaving us
Estimated 3
here?
minutes
Yeah,
for catastrophic collapse.
no choice.
Cap. I don't want to die here. Look. All right, fine. Chief medical officer, look. This is what I'm hiding. Look, help! I can't stay here. I'm gonna die. Shrapnel injury.
It looks quite intense. I'm not sure you'd even survive the re-entry in the life pod. It's not exactly an easy landing. I mean, why don't you stay here and set the systems to self-destruct or something, or fly the ship into the sun so that the aliens don't get access to our technology or any of our information?
But that doesn't solve the
Someone needs
problem
to do
because
that.
he needs to tell you about the invasion. So there's still too many people.
I mean, do you believe him that there's an invasion, Captain?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that there is. He's been lying to us, and there's no way to know whether what he tells us is the truth anyway. I think the safest solution is for the medical officer and myself to go. I am so sorry, security officer. It's just what's going to be more helpful for the people in the world. I swear that we'll take that. The one salvation part in this is that we take away this prisoner.
If it's my duty, then it's my duty, Captain.
Try and go to the alien vessel.
Yes, Captain.
That explains a lot about you humans.
Shut up.
Okay, let's get into the life pods, Captain.
Yeah.
You get into the life pods. You get yourself strapped in. Warning: structure integrity failing. Estimated 2 minutes before catastrophic collapse. And the escape pods jettison. You noticed, security officer, how the Malanki prisoner was desperately trying to manipulate the control systems to try to trip a circuit, but he failed to do it in time. You can see in the distance the life pods moving their way towards the orbit of the nearby habitable world, and you see the countdown systems continue and continue. 30 seconds pass, then another 20. 10.
Sounds like time for one of
9,
these. Here, have a drink.
8,
I think it's a good idea.
7,
Where did you pull that from?
I've got a
5,
pocket somewhere.
4, 3, 2,
Cheers.
and the DSV Sheffield is destroyed. Thank you very much. That was the DSV Sheffield. We have had a decision made. Thank you very much, Captain. Thank you very much, all, for your participation. And my goodness, security officer, I enjoyed the I don't want to die, and the great attempt by the Malanki to get a message out to their compatriots about their location, which was superbly done. Now, at the end of these time-limited sessions, what we try to do is try to do a bit of a sort of what we call a debrief, which often is the more fun part. And so I'm going to offer the floor to our 2 victims who were abandoned by their heartless captain. Let's start, security officer. Do you have any kind of views on what happened there?
That was cold. I wasn't expecting to be left behind, especially as I revealed the shrapnel injury. But what went through my head was I should kill the medical officer, and then what? But I was bound by a sense of justice. That's what prevented me.
Oh yeah,
Can
it was
you
your
reveal
wound.
to the others? Can you reveal something to the others that you have in your possession?
Yeah, so I mean, I have a weapon and keys. Yeah, I forgot I had keys to the handcuffs. I couldn't find him. Damn.
You had keys.
To the prisoner
Yeah,
handcuffs. I couldn't.
It was in the brief. You had a weapon. You had
Get
keys.
loose.
Oh,
I could have unleashed so much
Now-
chaos.
You could. Now, just a little caveat that you didn't know. Our captain, what did I say in your brief about systems on the ship?
Damn it!
You
did I
have the
forget?
ability to override them.
Oh.
You have the ability to override systems, which includes, you could, in other times I've run this, the captain overrides the weapon. But anyway, that's just, I'll throw that out there. So, anyway, so we have so security officer, yes, you had a gun, and I thought that's very fascinating. You didn't choose to use it. But that's the thing with these briefs, is you don't always understand what you've got until you're there. And obviously, what can I say about our aquatic Malanki?
Apologies for the garlic reference.
I don't know why, but for those who don't know, Lucy, where are you from?
I'm from France, the garlic country.
Yes, exactly. It's fine. We're just going to have to find ways to make jokes about English Egyptians. I'm sure we'll find time. Anyway, so Curry, from your point of view as the Malanki, I love the fact that you kind of decided completely off script that you were going to send a message out with the broken systems. I thought that was genius.
Well, yeah, part of my brief was to say it's like we're trying to gain as much knowledge about this technology because they're way ahead of us. So, well, I'm probably not getting out of this, but at least I can tell them where they are so they can come pick up the stuff and get it when they can.
Absolutely. And kind of thank you for keeping the shtick about the fact that you didn't want to go unless the captain did. That's always a difficulty trying to get the balance right on these things. It's like otherwise everybody wants to go down with the ship. You're not having that. That's boring.
I was very tempted to say, well, if you two want to stay, we can go.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, no, I was determined to get the captain down there because I was a little out of my depth in this situation. But yeah,
I
it was
understand.
good. Didn't take much convincing at all.
No, I thought I have to be pragmatic, and this made sense. I was ready to get down, but I thought, no, you're right. They need leadership on the world.
If I'd heard another compelling argument for going down, I would have given up my seat in the pod as long as the captain went. But it's when the alien just started lying to us, I was just like, oh well, I can't trust anything you've said.
Exactly.
But was he lying, Kareem?
I didn't actually tell many lies at all.
No,
I didn't lie.
Did you actually have the secret? Yeah.
Yeah, I have some knowledge of the plans. But no lies.
Yeah.
But you started by
And
saying
actually,
we attacked you.
Oh,
Condemned.
yeah. You did. You may understand this kind of thing differently. It's a cultural difference,
That has never happened on Earth,
You didn't
ever.
accept his incoming volleys of weapon fire.
Yeah, it was a 21-gun salute, a tribute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is there anything anyone would have liked to have done a little differently, or think that it could have done to ratchet up the pressure?
Yeah, I should have killed the medical officer, for sure. Or release the prisoner and just let him cause havoc.
I feel like that would have really made my job easier, actually. And just be like, I am definitely not taking you then.
Cool. Well, on that note, thank you very much all for sitting in with us. This has been where anything could happen, and anything did happen, and we had a conclusion, which in this time led to the survival of both the captain and the medical officer. But unfortunately, we lost our junior security officer and our Malanki prisoner, and with them all of the information about an incoming invasion, which would have saved potentially millions of lives. But we will never know what will happen unless you tell us what you think you would do. Tell us, and we'll look at you join us on the Patreon. Give us insight on what you would do if you were in that situation, and maybe later we'll have another go and see what happens when we start spicing up the script with insight from people like you who are watching this. Thank you very much for that. If you enjoyed this, please do the like, subscribe, and all the other stuff, and we will see you again when anything could happen.